Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem Rahman, on the hot seat today. You know exactly who it is. You saw the title. It's me. We're doing another deep dive where we're going to do some would you rathers. We're going to go through the pros and cons in each. And this episode, we're going to go through a lot of what would you do's. We haven't really done a lot of what would you do's in a while. So this is one of those episodes. So, guys, you know how we do here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. You get one pass, you get one pause. Let's begin.
Let it begin! Let it begin!
Would you rather be unable to turn left or be unable to throw anything away? Wow. So either way, you're the weirdo. But how weird do you want to be? Do you want to be weird in the social setting or do you want to be weird in the personal setting? Right? When we say unable to throw anything away, we're not talking about trash. Right? We're not talking about food. You're not going to be living in squalor, but you are going to be a hoarder. Right? You can't throw any papers away. You can't throw any bills away. You can't throw any trinkets you have away. All your cell phones are not, in the trash. If it's broken, you still can't throw it away. How many headphones do you have? How many hats do you have? How many clothes do you have? Right? You can't donate them either. Nope. You cannot throw them away. You have to keep them. So that's weird in the personal sense. Unable to turn left. Do you know think about right now, when you stand up, how many left turns you have to take? I have to turn left just to get out of where I'm sitting. When I stand up, I have to turn left to get to the restroom. So you're telling me I have to keep turning right until I get to the direction that I want. One, that is a complete waste of time. A complete waste of time. You know what I mean? And it's like, I can explain it, but I can't explain it. Because unable to turn left that's not really an OCD thing. OCD thing is, when you sit down, you have to tap your hand. You have to tap your knee 4 times. That's an OCD quirk that some people have, right? When you do this has to happen and you have to do it every single time, right? I have a friend, Kelly, shout out to her, friend of the podcast, Kelly Jean Brown. She doesn't like closets open. Or cabinets open, rather. So anytime she's here to do the podcast, I'll walk her to the kitchen. I'll say, hey, what can I offer you? And she'll see a cabinet open and she will walk and she will close the cabinet. That is regular OCD that can be explained. I cannot stand and turn right and then turn right and then turn right. And then suddenly I'm in the direction that I want and everyone's looking at me and they're saying to themselves, what is going on? That's weird. At the same time, if someone came to Ignorant Studios and noticed that I just couldn't throw away any piece of paper, that's a little too weird in the personal sense. Now, will I have a situation where I just won't invite people to my place? That's doable, but it's not doable. Does that make sense, guys? It's doable, but man, it's not doable the way that you think it's going to be doable. Because it's one of those things where, eventually someone's going to come over. Eventually. And then as soon as that rumor starts, Kazeem's a hoarder, the only way to get rid of that rumor is to throw away all your shit. Unless some of you are probably thinking this, and I'll allow this loophole for me and me only. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to do the unable to throw anything away. And I'm going to find a very large storage space. And then I'll just put it in a box and then it just goes in the box, right? Okay, actually, you know what? This is what I will do. I'm going to do the unable to throw anything away. I'm going to put it in a box. I'm going to put it in the storage space. I'm going to pay for it month by month, blah, blah, blah. As soon as the storage space is full, I'm going to stop paying for that storage space. And then it can be sold at an auction, right? And then I'll just go to a different storage space. Eventually I'll probably run out of storage spaces, but I'll alternate enough to know to where, I'll figure it out. But I can't not turn left because I need, it's a social thing. I can always protect my privacy. I can always protect my private life, but I can't protect what I do outwardly. I can always protect I'm just not going to invite anyone to my place for a while so I can figure things out. But not being able to turn left is a problem. Would you rather use a power drill to remove 3 of your own teeth without any anesthetic, or do a public triathlon naked? I don't see the problem with a triathlon naked. Is a triathlon hard? I don't think it's hard. I think I'm going to just go ahead. I can't remove my teeth with a power drill. That's ridiculous. Because that's traumatic, and I don't know how to do it. Right? So if I'm just up there drilling, I'm going to have to like basically break my teeth and pick it out with my hand. So no, I can't do that. So I'll do the triathlon. I think that when I wrote the question, I don't know why, but I think I was thinking about like maybe there was a freeze element to a triathlon, but a triathlon is just you're swimming, you're jogging, and you're riding the bike. That's it. Swimming is fine, jogging is fine, riding the bike, naked. I mean, your shit's gonna be dangling everywhere. There's no secure, right? We're older guys, so we need more secure for our balls. So that's going to be uncomfortable. I think it's more going to be an uncomfortable feeling than a power drill. I'd rather take the uncomfortability than pain, right? No self-harm. That's rule number 2 in Tough Choice, right? So, I mean, I'll do the public triathlon naked. I don't see a problem, honestly. All right, let's go through some what would you do's. On a trip to Japan, the emperor invites you to become a samurai warrior. You'll be rich and famous, but you can never leave Japan ever again. What do? You can never leave no matter what. Damn. Okay. There's this movie called Last Samurai where Tom Cruise is a white man who gets trapped in Japan and becomes first he's a prisoner, then he becomes a samurai. And that movie's a pretty cool movie. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I didn't want to be a samurai when I was younger. At the same time, I can never leave Japan. I have a problem with that statement. I have a problem. Family, friends, kids. I don't have any kids. Wife. I'm not married yet. But that's not the point. Right? It's like I can never leave Japan. I've never been to Japan. I always wanted to visit Tokyo. I heard Tokyo is a madhouse. I heard Tokyo is like really, if you think New York is crazy, Tokyo is insane. I heard it's packed. There's always people walking around doing any kind of thing. It's interesting, right? I want to go. I don't want to stay there. I'm going to have to politely decline the emperor. Even though I'll be rich and famous. If I'm a black samurai, I'm living the life, guys. I'm already taller than most. Japanese people are notoriously not that tall, right? They're like average height, I would say. But they're not like super tall. And it's like if I'm a black samurai, I already stick out like a sore thumb. So it's like I can be rich and famous, live my life. No, I can't. I'm thinking about it. I really can't. I'm going to have to decline. I'm going to have to politely decline. Here's the thing. If I was like in my 40s, my 50s, I'd be like, yes, let's go to Japan. Let's live out the rest of my years as a samurai. I'm going to be rich and famous, but samurais also get swords, and I will be trained as a samurai so I can kill someone if I really wanted to. All right, so I'm going to have to decline. All right. Moving on. Your parents reveal that you're a clone, one of many. In fact, there are thousands of you living in Asia in a secret facility where they train ninjas. What do you do? So, I am not a ninja, but I am a clone, and all of my clones are in a facility that trains ninjas. Do we know whether or not they're ninjas yet? Because if they're not ninjas, I would like to join them really quick to become maybe a ninja. Right? At the same time, if I got a bunch of clones, I low key probably don't want to meet them. Right? Because it's only a matter of time before I'm going to have to, before one of them's going to go insane. One of them's going to find out about me. One of them's going to know that I live a normal life. And then he's going to have a plot out to kill me and replace me because he's my clone. So for me, I probably don't want to meet these clones. I don't think I'd want to meet my clones, especially right now in my 30s. If someone said I'm a clone, I mean, I don't think I would. I don't think I would be hysterical, but I'd be very surprised and upset. I don't think I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe the whole world has been lying to me. I don't think I'd be like that, but I'd be upset. I don't think I want to meet them. I'd want to do all the research I can. I'd want to do all the research I can. This is similar to a show called Orphan Black. I don't know if they still do that show. Tatiana Mansali. I think she's the Hulk now. I don't even know. I know she had a show. It was a bunch of orphans, but they were all clones, right? And she played like 8 different characters. She's a very good actress. So I would want to do all the research. I'd want to see this facility. I want to know what they look like. I want to know the ninja training. If the ninja training is really legit, I'm not going to lie. I think I'd want to go at the very least train, maybe meet 2 of my clones. I would hope that if they're my clones, they're not like cloney clones and they would still have their own like personalities. Like they would like maybe have different hairstyles. Right, I'm rocking the baldy, but if one of my clones has dreads, that'd be perfect. Right, that would be a little perfect. All right, moving on. A stranger tells you that you're in a coma and everything you see around you is a video game. He proves it by making anything you wish come true and then offers you a choice of staying in the game or waking up. I'm going to wake up. That's a stupid question. Offers you the choice of staying in the game or waking up. What do you do? I'm going to wake up. What's the problem? Okay. If this is possible, I would hang out in the game for at least another like 14 hours, at least another day. Let the sun set at least twice. Right. And as soon as it rises on the 3rd day, I'm like, yo, let's get me out of here. If that's possible, I'm doing that. If that's not possible, then probably what I'll do is I'll just tell him to wake me up. If I know I'm in a coma, that's the thing. If I know I'm in a coma and I know this is a video game, I'm not going to enjoy myself the way I would if I didn't know I was in a coma and I had like a genie magic person just apply all the things to my life that I wanted. That'd be great. So I'm going to ask to be woken up. Moving on. A psychic tells you that if you go outside tomorrow, then something terrible will happen to someone you know. But It's the last day to redeem your winning lottery ticket. What do you do? This is interesting. This is an interesting conundrum. Here's why. There are multiple factors here. The first question I have is, how much money are we talking here if I won the lottery? Usually if you win the lottery, it's at least $10 million, at least. Or maybe 1 million, who knows? At least, we'll say at least $5 million, at least, right? Will 5 million change my life? Yes. Is it worth someone getting hurt? I don't know. Will 5 million, like, if it was higher than 5 million, what's the nut then? What is the height? What is the number that I would go to where it wouldn't matter who got hurt? Because when we're saying someone I know, we're saying it could be family, it could be friends, it could be people that I just know. And we'll be fair, no enemies will be on this thing. No enemies. Someone you know. Right? Words matter. It's not someone you're acquainted with, someone you know. I know this person. Right? And it could be someone, yeah, we know a lot of people that aren't good people. So that's fine. Right? Who's the person that I know? That's a factor. That's an important question. Whether we realize it or not, that is an important question. If it's a brother, if it's a family member, I don't think there's enough money that will make me jeopardize their life. Also, words matter too. What does it say? It says something terrible will happen to someone I know. It doesn't mean that it doesn't automatically mean death. It could mean death. Death is terrible. It could mean death. It could be car crash. It could be broken leg. It could be busted head, right? They could get shot in the foot. I don't know. It just says something terrible to someone you know. It really goes down to how much money and who is the person. It's just that simple. I will say this. For me to take the money, it couldn't be a family member. It couldn't be a family member. I can't let them I can't jeopardize their lives just because I won some money. No. If it's just someone I know, like a friend, they're going to die. Or they're going to get hurt. I'm not saying they're going to die. I'm just saying I believe in this kind of situation, it's the worst case scenario. So what I'm probably going to do is not take the money. I'm probably just going to not take the money. It sucks for me. Good for them, but sucks for me. I genuinely do not want that. Right? I want to take the money, but I'm not that kind of guy, man. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want other people getting hurt on my behalf. All right, moving on. You're the last warrior defending a narrow passage against an approaching invasion force. The king asks you to defend the tunnel, even though it will lead to your death. What do you do? I'm gonna defend the tunnel. That's the kind of person I am. If I am an accountant, I'm gonna be the best accountant. If I'm a comedian, which I am, I'm gonna strive to be the best stand-up comedian. If I'm a writer, I'm gonna be the best damn writer you ever seen in your life. So if I'm a warrior, best believe I'm gonna be 10 toes deep for my squad. Best believe. So if the king is asking me, the warrior, it's not that it's the king is asking the Marshmallow Gang, or the king is asking me, the IT guy. No. The king is asking me, the warrior. What are you going to do? I want you to stay and defend this narrow passage. I got you. I'm going to die. That's the thing. I know I'm going to die, but it's the principle. It really sometimes just comes down to the principle of the matter. Are you a warrior, or or are you not a warrior? And I'm a warrior in this situation. Any other time, I'm a bitch. Don't approach me. Don't try to fight me. I'm sorry, whatever. I don't want to deal with you. Right? But in this situation, I'm a motherfucking warrior. And I can do that. All right. Would you rather be on a permanent liquid diet or walk through cobwebs every time you pass through a doorway? A permanent liquid diet. I can figure it out, I think. I'm trying to think. Okay, pros and cons. Liquid diet doesn't mean you can't eat food. Doesn't mean you can't have some variety. It does mean you're stuck with just liquids. Smoothies count as liquids, yes. But do you want to eat a smoothie every single day? No, of course not. Of course not. You don't want to eat a smoothie every single day. I'm not interested in any of that. So, what's the other option though? Walk through cobwebs every time. Oh, wow. How many doorways do I walk through on a day-to-day basis? I won't count the hallway doorway in my apartment. I'm saying hallway. It's a small space with a mirror that leads to my bedroom. The bedroom door, the front door, and the bathroom door. So that's a lot of doorways. The bedroom door and the bathroom door are the most doorway you're gonna have in your life. That's the least amount. Unless you live on a couch. Shout outs to you guys that live on couches. Y'all be out here. Man, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking I'll just do the liquid diet only because I know me. The first week, I'll be on it. I'll be like, oh, I don't want to walk through a cobweb. I'm swinging my hands, right? I maybe have like a piece of paper or a stick that I can just use to stick out and stuff like that. Wait, so question, cobwebs have, it's cobweb, not spider web. I'm going to look that up. Do cobwebs have spiders in them? There's a difference between cob and spider web. So I don't know. I'm assuming cobwebs have spiders in them. If you know, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. And let me know if cobwebs have spiders in them. If cobwebs have spiders in them, I'm definitely doing the liquid. If cobwebs don't have spider with them, I'm reluctantly doing the liquid only because I'm going to be paranoid. I know I'm going to be paranoid. If it's in between a doorway, I'm going to be the most paranoid person in the world. Anytime I enter a doorway, even when I forget, because I'm going to forget, because I know me. And that was the thing I was trying to say earlier. I know me. The first week, I'm going to be on it. But like the following week, I'm going to forget. I'm going to walk through a cobweb. I'm going to freak out. It's going to throw me off. It's going to throw me off rhythm. I don't know if you're an introvert, but if you're an introvert, anything that throws you off rhythm is the worst thing that could ever happen in your life. Because now you're off rhythm. Now you have to replan your whole day because now you are off rhythm. So yeah, I'm going to do the liquid diet. I think I can figure that out pretty easily. Protein shakes, right? Regular protein. You can still drink water. You can still get your vitamins and nutrients. You can still have a smoothie. You can go to Smoothie King. You can go to Sonic. You can still go to Whataburger. Like you can still, sometimes you're going to think to yourself, oh, I want to blend this shake. You can try. I want to blend this steak or something. You can try. It's not going to taste good, but you can try. Who am I to tell you not to try? Right? So what I'm going to do is the liquid diet. And we're going to figure it out. All right, guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman podcast. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's KAZEEM Comedy. And if you have a Tough Choice question or a Mary Fuck Kill you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. You guys have been amazing. Bye.